Here we are, another beautiful day. It is Saturday, September 6, 2025. A lot of things to talk about. Just thinking a little bit about what's been taking place, especially over the last couple months. The bubbles get bigger, and I really truly believe we're going to see two big bubbles burst, and that is going to be real estate and that is going to be stocks. You need to be preparing, ladies and gentlemen. We're watching gold and silver prices do something we have never seen in our life, and they are warning us. Gold and silver, the precious metals, are warning us. They are a barometer to what is happening, what is really happening to the economy. We're seeing more inflation. We're seeing more layoffs. We're seeing more war. We're seeing more uncertainty, and things are breaking. The economy is continuing to get worse as they continue to tell us that the economy is doing just fine. Please be preparing daily at this point. We're going to see big trouble. We're going to see two historic bubbles. Stock market and the housing bubbles both burst. And when this happens, all hell is going to break loose in the United States. I want to remind everybody, I'm going to go back to my Patreon channel. Please check it out, Jeremiah Babe. Now, there is a Jeremiah Babe fan page. I have nothing to do with that. Don't go to that one. Somebody just trying to make money off of my YouTube videos. Look, it's a free country, at least somewhat free, and so people can do that. But just go to my page, the original page, Jeremiah Babe. I'm going to be putting an array of things on there, things that I don't do too much on YouTube that certain people don't have an interest for. Most of the people on YouTube have an interest in what's happening with the economy, but I think it's important to talk about other things. And I'm going to be putting anything about jiu-jitsu, boxing, food preparation, turbos, protection training, why it's important, I think, to have a dog, bug out bags, having a bug out house, just certain things, certain preparations we could be doing right now, and just things that I don't normally talk about on YouTube too much. So if you like the animals, also I'll be putting the Alabama ranch on there when I get there in a few weeks, probably be about 3 to 4 weeks. I'll be shooting a lot of video down there, interviewing the farmers. We're going to be talking about gardening, the chickens, the guineas, the dogs, the fish. I may restock the pond. All this stuff will be on the Patreon channel. So check it out. It costs less than a cup of coffee, way less than a cup of coffee. I'll be trying to do at least 2 videos a week, and hopefully I'll be doing even more if people like it. So it's going to be just talking about a whole bunch of stuff, not so much about the economy or finances. It's going to be real life. It's going to be real preparations and what it's like living in rural southern Alabama. So please join my Patreon channel. Now, getting into some of the news, Aaron, Texas Silver, sent me this article a day or two ago. El Salvador buys $50 million in gold for reserve diversification. We are watching gold skyrocket. And if the Fed cuts 50 basis points this month, I think we're going to 4,000 very, very quickly. And I would not doubt to see silver hit $45. And we still have a lot of time left this year. So we're going to see records being broken this year. Payrolls rose to 22,000 in August, less than expected, in further sign of hiring slowdown. The labor market is drastically slowing down, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a good job, do whatever you have to do to not lose that job. When we look at where the number, well, first off, 75,000 jobs were forecasted. We got 22,000. Healthcare added 31,000. Social assistance added 16,000. This is staggering. And when I look at healthcare adding all these jobs, this is a bad sign because many of those jobs are government jobs. Many of those jobs are part-time. Many of them are low-paying jobs. And it's a reflection to the health of the United States of America, the physical health and well-being of the United States. We keep adding now more. It used to be leisure and hospitality. Now it's healthcare. We have a nation of obesity, a nation of very unhealthy people. This is not a good sign, and these are not the kind of jobs we need to be adding. We need to be adding manufacturing jobs. So with this data, with non-farm payrolls at 22,000 in August, a horrible number. This now puts on the table 50 basis points. The Fed may go 50 instead of 25. We shall see. The people holding assets are going to continue to make a lot of money. The economiccollapse.com, interesting article here. It's titled, "The Employment Numbers Are Screaming That We Have a Major Crisis on Our Hands." Each month, the U.S. economy must add 150,000 new jobs just to keep up with population growth. Adding just 22,000 jobs in August shows the labor market is deteriorating. BLS revised the last two prior months down 27,000 fewer jobs. The U.S., this is a bad number right here, the U.S. has lost 12,000 manufacturing jobs for the month. 12,000 manufacturing jobs lost for the month. We need to be adding 12,000 plus manufacturing jobs a month, not losing 12,000 manufacturing jobs. U.S.-based employers announced 85.9 thousand job cuts in August, up 39% from the 62,000 announced in July. So far this year, companies have announced over 892,000 job cuts. This is up 66% from the 536,000 job cuts announced for the first 8 months of 2024. The consequences of decades of bad decisions, money printing, manipulating the data, creating all these artificial jobs, like the 818,000 jobs that didn't exist, creating all these government jobs that were really not essential. All this is now catching up with us in a major, major way. Please, if you're watching this video today, please be preparing for what is coming. The hedge. Putrid payrolls, job growth collapses to just 22,000. Unemployment rate rises to 4.3%, putting 50 basis point rate cut in play. Comment down below. Will it be 25? Will it be 50? Right now, I think the odds are it's going to be 50 basis points. But the damage is done. We are now going to see big problems, a crisis in the labor market. And so they cut 50 basis points, they cut 25 basis points, whatever the number is going to be. 2 cuts this year, 3 cuts, who knows? What is that really going to do? It's going to allow people, companies, to borrow money a little bit cheaper, not a whole lot, a little bit cheaper, and it'll allow people to go a little bit deeper into debt. How this is going to help anybody, I really don't know. The only thing that's going to help right now is good paying jobs and spending less money. We need really good paying jobs, and the government needs to slow down on the spending. You can cut rates all day long. All it's going to do is get people and companies deeper into debt. It's not going to work. We've already tried this game. It did not work. Low rates at nearly 0% for over a decade, printing all this money, all the QE, and it caused the problem that we're in now. And so we think we're going to fix the problem by going back and doing what created the problem. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. Here's one today from the Washington Post. Homes crumbling across the U.S. and owners don't have cash to fix them. I was reading this article, looking at some of the pictures. People are living in absolutely appalling conditions. Some of these people make good money, but because of what's happening, the inflation, the cost of living, insurance, fuel prices, food prices, all of this, they can't afford to fix their homes. They get a little hole in the ceiling, they can't afford to fix it. 6 months, 8 months, 10 months later, the thing is this big now. Now they got mold all over the house. The air conditioner goes out, $10,000, $15,000. People don't have money. They cannot afford to save money because everything is going out just paying bills. And so they can't put any money away and save for an emergency. And so we have people that live and own homes but cannot afford the upkeep of these homes. And now the homes are crumbling. Just like the infrastructure across the United States of America, it's crumbling. The light poles don't work because all the copper's been stolen out of them. Potholes, graffiti, garbage everywhere, bridges collapsing. It just goes on and on and on. We cannot even as a nation afford to even fix our own house, but we give money to nations all over the world. Six Flags faces bankruptcy fears after $500 million debt and park closures. This is on the Hedge today. They're $500 million in debt. Revenue has fallen $100 million in the second quarter. Attendance has dropped 9%. Season pass sales down 8%. The good times are slowing down. People don't have the discretionary money like they once did. Now they're using it to buy groceries, to pay the electricity bill. There is no money now to go to Six Flags and have a good time. And we're going to see people forced now to make some very, very critical decisions, forced now to cancel certain things. Maybe it's their cable, maybe it's the Netflix, maybe it's Disneyland, Six Flags. People don't want to do this, and they're going to do whatever they have to do not to do this. They'll put it on a credit card or buy now, pay later. But many people now, they have maxed out the cards, and they now are forced to end the good times. Comment down below on any of this. Love to know your thoughts. I mean, when you look at what Disneyland is charging, what they charge for a baseball game or a football game, and people are paycheck to paycheck. If you're doing this, you're out of your mind to spend this money. You need to be preparing for what is happening. World meat prices reach new high as consumers clamor for beef. This, I believe, on Bloomberg, they're going to go much higher. They're going to go much higher. The hedge, more than 40% of Americans expect to work until they die. That number is going to be much, much higher. I'm shocked that it's only 40%, but I think people, the majority of this country is going to have to work till the day they die. Average household has $152,000 in debt right now. Savings rate has been below 5% since 2022. How in the world can people save money and put anything away to fix a house, to fix a car, to prepare for an emergency? It's unbelievable. Half the country doesn't have $500. Wait till we see the pensions go bust. It's a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't rely on Social Security. Don't rely on your pension. It may not be there in 10 years or 15 years or 5 years. We're going to see big trouble. Many of these pensions are underfunded, and you need to be really your own central bank and your own pension. You know, people like Aaron, Texas Silver, he's got a pension, but he doesn't know if it's going to be there when he retires. So what did he do? He went out and he accumulated a bunch of silver. He made sacrifices. I made sacrifices. You made sacrifices. You know, people will talk about, they'll comment that, oh, you're telling people to buy this, buy that. I'm telling the people to do it that can do it. I've been telling people since 7-8 years ago to be doing this. And let me take that back. I don't tell people to do anything. I share with everybody what I'm doing. But I will never tell somebody that you have to do something. That's up to you. You live in a different world than I do, a different neighborhood, a different environment. So everything in your life might be different than my life. So I can't tell you what to do. I would never want to do that. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial planner. I'm sitting here with a camera and microphone, sharing with you what I'm doing. Could be right, could be wrong. But so far, it looks like it's been pretty right, because I've been buying gold, well, technically, since 2005 to $500 an ounce. And now we're going to be approaching 4,000. So I guess that's not too bad. And, you know, there's still people that will attack me because, you know, I'm peddling gold, I'm peddling silver, SD Bullion, link down below. And by the way, if you do need gold or silver, go to the link down below, SD Bullion. And I don't get it, because if you did this years ago, if you did this a year ago, if you did it the beginning of this year, you made a killing. You did incredibly well. But there's haters out there that don't want you to protect yourself. They don't want you to get ahead. They don't want you to be financially safe and secure. They don't want you to have financial insurance. They don't want you to make money. They want you to fail. And these are the same people that complain every day, but yet they're drinking an $8 latte. They have no silver, they have no gold, they have no money, but they're drinking an $8 latte. These people don't get it. But it's amazing how they will judge me that, you know, I'm just here selling gold and silver. I don't sell silver or gold. I buy it. I've never sold it. I only buy it. And I'm going to continue buying it as long as I can. But they've been wrong. And anybody that, you know, said that, oh, you know, you shouldn't buy this stuff. It's, you know, it's a barbarous relic. This guy's just trying to, you know, get you to buy gold and silver. I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing. And I do believe people should have this in their portfolio, a lot of it, because what else is there really to buy? This is real, it's tangible, 5,000-year history. And if you've been buying it over the years, you've done incredibly well. Comment down below if you've been buying it over the years, how well have you done? Did you lose any money? Absolutely not. You did very, very well. And I never bought gold or silver to make money. I bought it to protect wealth. But now it's actually making money. It's going up so fast. It's actually making money. Don't look at it that way. Look at it as wealth protection. I've been buying this stuff for over 10 years, 12 years roughly. I put it away and I don't ever think about it. And I pray to God I never have to use it. But at some point, I think we're going to be using it for another asset. We're going to take these assets, gold and silver, and we're probably going to convert them into another asset. Possibly for me, it'll probably be real estate. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you today. Did you buy any gold or silver the last couple of years? How have you done? What have the returns been like? What are you buying? Are you buying gold? Are you buying silver? Are you buying coins, rounds? Are you buying junk? Share with me, please, or all of us, what you're buying. And another thing, I'm going to ask all of you, advise for the people out there stacking, what would you advise to buy right now? Gold or silver? And what would you be buying as far as gold or silver? Are you buying coins, rounds, bars? What would you advise? And, you know, we, of course, have constitutional silver, junk silver, which I think is fantastic. Bill Holter says that's what you should be buying right now. And I've got a lot of it. And I'm going to hold on to it because I think it's going to get very, very valuable. Look, if we hit $50, and I think we're going to, what stops 50 from going to 100? Take a look at what's happening around the world and take a look at what's happening to the US dollar. Take a look at what's happening with the BRICS nations. Take a look at what's happening with Russia, China, India. We're going to all regret that we didn't buy more of this when we could, because at some point the premiums are going to get out of control. The shortages will begin. And at some point, these bullion dealers are just not going to sell it. Why would they? They know it's going to go to the moon. They're going to stop sales. It's going to be too valuable to sell. So I would advise get this stuff while you can get it, because there's just not really a whole lot of it out there. I'm going to leave it there today. Please leave a comment. God bless every one of you. Please check out my Patreon. I'm going to try to get a video up there by tonight. And as always, I look forward to speaking to each and every one of you. God bless, take care, and be careful out there.